So I was in a shop the other day and heard people talking about silver. They talking about different types of silver coins and silver bars and gold bars and what they people thought were the different you know best for the money between the bars or the coins or if they be bought off by gold. But right now we're talking mainly about silver. And then I heard somebody say something about junk silver. Wait a minute, what? Junk? Now I don't know about you, but when I hear somebody say junk, to me that means that it must not be worth as much as normal silver. Or maybe it's made with a different type of silver. Is junk silver a different type of silver, like a generic that I'm not familiar with? Well, we're going to dive into that, and by the time you finish this video, you will know what is junk silver. And you will have a better understanding if it's valuable to you or if you prefer something else. And if you like these videos, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe. If you feel I'm leaving anything out or can improve anything, please leave a comment. So let's dive into this. You got silver bars that are primarily made of 0.999% silver. And they can be, your silver bars can range anywhere in weight from like 1 ounce to 10 ounce to 100 ounce, on up. But, a lot of people are primarily going to be buying the, 1, 5, 10 ounces primarily. Now, if you're, in this to try to flip it down the road, year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years, you might be interested in the heavier, 10 ounce, 100 ounce, on up. Yeah, sometimes you can get the big ounce silver bars for a cheaper price per ounce, because not too many people want the big bars. Most of your people, most people out here want to get, like, for example, silver coins. That way, if the dollar amount crashes on the dollar and the dollar becomes invaluable, people are going to be using more than likely gold and silver for the money to buy stuff, to make transactions. So in that case, you would want smaller entities. You wouldn't want a whole ounce. That way, you could go to the grocery store and buy you $5 or $10 and not have to pay $50 of silver because you don't have a smaller amount. So that's why a lot of people are wanting the smaller amounts, not the big amounts. Now the term junk silver is kind of misleading if you ask me. Because again, when I hear junk, in my mind, I'm thinking, if it's junk, if it not as valuable, if it is it made from a different type of silver? You know, is there more than one type of silver out there, and it's a generic brand of silver, or so what is this junk silver that people keep talking about? Well, here it is. I'm gonna tell you. Most people consider the coins, the silver coins produced before 1965, to be junk silver if they're not in uh, good enough shape condition to be valuable in the new mystic as a coin. Means you're gonna have, it's gonna be a pretty beat up and worn down because it's been in people, been in pockets and been used for how many years? Yeah, I don't know that I can count that high. If I counted that high, we'd be here for quite a while, and I don't think you or I want that, neither one. So I'll save the time. Anyhow, so getting back to it, your junk silver primarily is your coins that are 90%, or your 40%, or even your nickels that were produced between 42 to 45 that are considered your war nickels. Now here again, like I say, this term junk silver is, to me, a little bit misleading, my opinion. Now, my opinion ain't a whole lot, but just to put it out there, that's my opinion, that it's kind of misleading. Because if you ask, when you go to buy junk silver, they're probably going to tell you, well, it's like, say you want to buy some quarters, and you ask how much junk silver is in quarters. They're going to tell you 22 times face. 22 times face. And now you got me thinking, make me do math. So I'm going to do a little math with you. So let's say you went to buy some quarters, and the shop told you it was 23 times face. So that would mean you would take a quarter times 23, comes up to $5.75. So you'd be paying $5.75 for 1 quarter. Now, it takes typically 5.5 quarters to make 1 ounce. So, again, if you take 5.5 times 5, I think I did that wrong. Hold on, now I put my glasses on to see. I got to go down here. $5.75, which is the price per quarter, times 5.5, which is how many quarters it takes to make an ounce. Then you're going to come out to paying more or less $31.65. $31, say rounded off, $31.5 per ounce. Now an ounce of silver is around the $28 mark, $29 mark. So it's not cheaper. Now, yeah, you might be able to find a deal, and that again all goes back to one thing that I do emphasize is to do your homework, research, shop around. But don't shop around and just buy the cheapest, because there's a lot of people out there with a lot of fakes that'll rip you off. So try to make sure the best you can that you are dealing with a reputable dealer or a reputable person, and that you are not getting ripped off. And a lot of people don't want the smaller coins right now for some reason. But if you think about it, I think that would probably be the best to invest in, because as I say, a lot of people think that we're going to be using gold and silver to barter with. Well, if that comes true, the people with the small entities, the dimes and the quarters and the nickels, that don't have as much silver in them, per se, makes them less, will be better off, because that way you can go to your grocery store and buy stuff and not have to pay over because you don't have the proper amount that you want to spend. So a lot of people refer to junk because it's not 0.999 silver. That is the main effect, a main thing about junk silver, is it's the silver that is not 0.999, for a simple description. A lot of people right now, for some reason, don't want to deal with war nickels. So I think that would probably be down the road, if it was to become a bartering system. That's what everybody is going to want then, but they don't want that now. So if somebody was to stock up on war nickels, you have your silver for the silver value, and you also have small increments, so you're not having to overpay somebody, because all y'all have is the big increments and you don't have the smaller increments. So I think the war nickels will be more valuable down the road, because they only contain 0.35% silver. So again, if you have stayed with me this long, I do appreciate it. Please hit the like and subscribe button. I really enjoyed the time with you, and hope you find these videos valuable. Have a good day.